to have access to quality health care, but will enable the surrounding counties, Bomi, Grand Cape Mount, and Bon, as well as some parts of Lower Lofa, to benefit from better health care.
We bring the information right at your doorsteps. Join our team of professional reporters Monday to Friday, 7 to 7:45 p.m. as we bring you all of the latest happening making news in Liberia and elsewhere. It's Freedom News Basket, your companion for information dissemination, only on Freedom FM 87.9 and www.freedomradioliberia.com.
Good evening from the news service of Freedom Communications Incorporated with studios in Monrovia. Welcome to Freedom Evening News Basket. 45-minute production of all of the latest captivating news about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global village. It's on a Friday, 6th October 2023. My name is Hagar Gonda, anchoring tonight's edition. In the top developments we following: Supreme Court of Liberia declares National Elections Commission of alleged violation of the new elections law following a complaint from the Unity Party of exceeding the stated 3,000 voters per precinct threshold at some voting precincts. Administration of James M. Davis Hospital in Painesville launches passionate plea for two kids reportedly abandoned by their parents at the facility. Ahead of the October 10 general and presidential elections, National Elections Commission urges registered political parties and candidates to deploy representatives at various polling places as former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf underscores the critical role that peace play in Liberia's progress. And away from home, the BBC is quoting Nigerian police as saying that a nursing assistant said to have injected Nigerian Afrobeat star Mobile with drug is the prime suspect, according to the BBC. And also reports from District 16 in Montserrat County says supporters of Representative Dixon Sibo and aspirant that's candidate Edward Ford are said to have clashed in the district. The detail of these developments, plus other local and international stories, the voices of those behind the news, are all lined up on tonight's edition of the news program. At this juncture, we'll cross over to the news center where Anthony Phillips is seated to factor in the news bulletin. Anthony, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Hagar, and good evening, everyone. The Supreme Court has opined that the National Election Commission did not violate the new election law when it exceeded the stated 3,000 voters per precinct threshold at some voting precinct as complained by the opposition Unity Party. In its ruling signed by all the justices of the court, excluding Associate Justice James Eto Wolokodi, the court on Friday stated that having thoroughly analyzed the facts and reviewed the applicable laws relevant to the issues raised by the parties herein, it observed that the wording of Chapter 4, Section 4.12 of the National Elections Law, being clear and unambiguous as to the intent of the legislature, that in instances of difficulties, the National Election Commission, to effect the restricted figure of 3,000 voters to a voting precinct and to avoid voter being deprived of their right to exercise their franchise, NEC did not violate Section 4.12 of the new election law. The Unity Party had complained that the NEC law of Liberia, that's the new election law of Liberia, sets the threshold for precincts at 3,000 voters, but this was disregarded by the election governing body of Liberia. Based on this, the Unity Party dragged the NEC before the Supreme Court. The UP's complaint further mentioned that 93 precincts within 9 counties contain more than 3,000 voters in a precinct, something they claim could create precinct overcrowding and long queues, potentially discouraging people from voting. However, the Supreme Court opined that the National Election Commission committed no error Therefore, there was no need to issue writ of McDermott's filed by the Unity Party. The National Public Health Institute of Liberia has announced the reinforcement of measures aimed at ensuring public health and safety during this critical period in preparation for the upcoming elections scheduled for October 10. A special public health emergency operation has been established utilizing the National Public Health Emergency Call Center with the primary objective of providing an efficient and coordinated response to public health inquiries and emergencies that may arise during the electoral process. The special emergency operation is designed to guarantee a swift and well-organized response to emergency situations, inquiries, and concerns that have potential public health implications. This initiative targets the general public, electoral authorities, and relevant stakeholders. The National Public Health Emergency Line, known as 4455, will continue to operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to address any public health issues that may surface during this critical period. The dedicated hotline has been a vital resource for citizens seeking assistance with health-related matters. A highly trained team of operators and supervisors, supported by technical personnel, will be stationed at the call center, which is situated at the National Public Health Institute of Liberia. The team will be on duty around the clock, commencing on October 8, and will be equipped to respond to a wide range of elections-related emergencies. The NFIL's commitment to reinforcing emergency call handling measures underscores its dedication to a safeguarding public health and ensuring a smooth and secure electoral process on October 10. The administration of the James N. Davis Hospital in Painesville has launched a passionate plea for two kids who were reportedly abandoned by their parents at the facility. Speaking to Freedom News at the hospital Thursday in Painesville, the supervisor of the Peace and Malnutrition Ward, Manuel Peno, disclosed that the kids were abandoned by their parents for more than 7 years, and the hospital has been taking care of their needs. She disclosed that there is no special budget allocated to the facility for such situation, but the hospital has been taking care of the children through the help of other well-meaning individuals. For his part, the administrator of the facility, Michael Camo, lauded nurses assigned at the department for the care they continue to give to the children and stressed the need for assistance in providing for the abandoned kids. According to him, though the hospital does not have the capacity to continuously take care of the kids, but promise to ensure that the abandoned kids are given the needed care available. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, a towering figure in Liberian politics and the first woman to be elected as head of state in Africa, underscored the significance of the October 10 elections and highlighted the critical role that peace has played in Liberia's progress. The former president emphasized the country's potential for development. While acknowledging past achievements on a path to development, she also alluded to the challenges that have at times hindered the progress. Madam Sirleaf expressed her profound gratitude to all citizens, individuals, and groups who have contributed to maintaining national peace, which has now marked 2 decades of uninterrupted harmony in Liberia. She recognized the collective effort that has made this achievement possible. Additionally, the former president extended her appreciation to the numerous continental, international, and local organizations that will serve as election observers, ensuring that Liberia's electoral processes adhere to international standards. Their presence reinforces the importance of transparent and fair elections in upholding democratic values. Madam Sirleaf urged Liberian citizens to exercise their constitutional right to vote possibly. She encouraged voters to carefully evaluate the performance records and potential of the candidates vying for their support. The Andy Broplet Jala Foundation, for the second year in succession, has successfully hosted its Montserrado County District 13 Academic Excellence Award, a flagship program of the organization that not only honor valedictorian from across the district, but also serve as a bridge of opportunities for students and that grooms them to maintain the attitude of excellence. From a very vigorous and comparative evaluation process conducted among 24 docents from different high schools across the district, student Alicia S. Tue, 17 years of age, of the famous St. Michael Catholic High School, emerged as the ultimate winner with a prize of 50,000 Liberian dollars, while Sam P. Sompong, 19 years old, of the Bishop Tuo Institute, finished as first runner-up with the prize of 30,000 Liberian dollars, and Veronica Wogbe, 18 years old, of Howard Academy, finished as second runner-up with the cash prize of 10,000 Liberian dollars. Also honored at the program was 10-time Africa's best quizzer and academic laureate, Councilor Phil Tapper Dixon, and District Education Officer Julie S. Colley. Speaking at the occasion virtually, the USA-based founder and CEO of the Andy Broplet Jala Foundation, Andy Broplet Jala, expressed his delight with working with young people and vowed to permanently contribute to the development of human capacity across the district and Liberia at large. The incumbent representative candidate of Montserrado County District 16 has emphasized the vital role young people play in safeguarding the nation's hard-earned peace over the past 2 decades as Liberia gear up for the general election on October 10. Dixon Sibo urged them to reject violence and ensure a peaceful electoral process, emphasizing that the future of the country rests largely on their shoulders. Addressing a gathering in New Crew Town on Thursday, the Coalition for Democratic Change lawmaker seeking re-election assured his supporters that the ruling party was committed to maintaining a peaceful environment. He cautioned amongst that's against being swayed by those who cannot win in the upcoming elections and are advocating for violence. Sibo congratulated his supporters for their peaceful conduct in District 16 and called upon them to turn out in large numbers to vote on Tuesday to allow him to continue serving the district. The chairman of the Board of Commissioners at the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, Dr. Lawrence Seka-Chibo, has disclosed US 255,000 grant approval from the African Development Bank for the establishment of Liberia's Regulatory Database Management Information System. The Regulatory Database Management Information System, when set up, is expected to digitize the LERC's internal process, which will enable the Commission to improve operational efficiency, achieve higher productivity, and reduce turnaround times in business processes. Addressing a press conference on Thursday in Monrovia, Dr. Lawrence Seka-Chibo said in April 2023, the African Development Bank approved a US 255,000 grant for the establishment of the RB DBRMS that's at the Commission. According to Dr. Seka-Chibo, the RDBRMS will improve the Commission's operational efficiency and quality of regulatory decisions as indicated by the 3 key regulatory indexes: governance, substance, and outcomes, describing the process as a major milestone in the history of the Commission. As part of effort to put smiles on faces of citizens, District 13 lawmaker Edward Flomo has dedicated 3 cement bridges within the district. The dedication ceremony took place on Thursday and brought together citizens from all parts of the district to witness the occasion. Speaking during the program, Representative Edward Flomo said the dedication of the bridges was part of his developmental plans towards the district. He named the Gertrude Bryant Bridge, which is located on the New Georgia Estate Road, and is estimated at 330,000 Liberian dollars. That's the Sawmill Community Bridge and the Chocolate City Island Community Bridge. Meanwhile, speaking at the ceremony, the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Mwamba Molu, who appreciated Representative Edward Flomo for always having the district at heart, added that with confidence, the district will re-elect their leader. He used the medium to announce the suspension of all leaders from the position within the district who went against the rules and regulations of the party, and further asserted that the party would take further measures to ensure the well-being and safety of the party. CDC Montserrado County District 3 Representative candidate Samuel Kofi Jones has concluded the distribution of health materials to several health facilities in the district. Making the distribution Thursday in the district, Kofi Jones disclosed that it was his own way of contributing to the health needs of the people of District 3 Montserrado County. According to him, his focus as a lawmaker, if elected in the pending election, will include the educational sector, the human capacity building of residents of the district, something he said cannot be done in the absence of a strong health sector. Also speaking in separate remarks, representatives from the various health facilities lauded Kofi Jones for his ongoing intervention in the health sector of the district and promised to work to ensure that he is elected comes October 10. According to them, Kofi is the first among the many candidates contesting for the district seat to contribute to the health needs of the citizens in District Number 3, Montserrado County. The National Election Commission of Liberia is urging registered political parties and candidates to deploy representatives at various polling places during the October elections. NDC Director for the Fee Coordinator, Dede Pusa, said the move is to ensure credibility and transparency in the post-election physical tallying process. Madam Pusa sounded the caution on Thursday, October 5, on the program Elections and You on State Radio. She disclosed that the first two winners at every polling place will be issued copies of the result, that's the result sheet, after physical counting. Madam Dede Pusa further that the result sheet of each polling place will be published at the same location for public viewing to constitute the record of the count. And the National Bureau of Concession has described as a false and misleading statement that the Liberian government owes citizens of Nima County $1.5 million. In an interview on Thursday, October 5, the Director General of NBC, Edwin Dennis, clarified that since 2019, President George Weah mandated that 20% of the $1.5 million goes directly to the 12 affected villages in the county. He noted that as part of the mandate, the affected villagers and the company have expanded by $2.5 million, which was issued or used to implement projects earmarked by locals. The NBC Director General noted that the balance fund is in the possession of the company, waiting for execution of projects in the affected communities. Well, Hagar, it's back to you for the continuation of the news program.
Many thanks to Anthony Phillips for setting the pace with the bulletin of news, which is a regular feature at Freedom Evening News Basket. If you're just joining us, a reminder that you're listening to Freedom Evening News Basket, a production of 45 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global village. In the top developments, Supreme Court of Liberia declares National Elections Commission of alleged violation of the new elections law following a Unity Party complaint of exceeding the stated 3,000 voters per precinct threshold at some 14 precincts. Administration of James N. Davis Hospital in Painesville launches passionate plea for two kids reportedly abandoned by their parents at the facility. In away from Liberia, the BBC is quoting Nigerian police as saying that a nursing assistant said to have injected Nigerian Afrobeat star Mobile with drug is the prime suspect in his death. We taking a short break to acknowledge our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia. When we come back, we continue this time with the voices of those behind the news.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stoppers Liberia is proud to be associated with Freedom Evening News Basket. Let's bring you the voices of those behind the news, beginning with this development where, as part of efforts to put smiles on the faces of citizens in District 13, Lord Mayor Edo Flobo has dedicated 3 cement bridges within the district. The dedication ceremony took place on Thursday and brought together citizens from all parts of the district to witness the occasion. Speaking during the program, Representative Elwo Flomo said the dedication of the bridges was part of his developmental plans towards the district. He named the Gertrude Bryant Bridge, which is located on the New Georgia Estate Road and is estimated $330,000 Liberian dollars. The Salt Mill Community Bridge, the Chocolate City Island Community Bridge, among others.
I remember years back, at the time I was not representing 2017, when the late Alexander Sompo brought me here and he promised the people of JW community that if we win or not, we are going to be out the area. When I become representative 2019, January 15, I came here 2020 and we did groundbreaking, and today, as you can see, we are here today to dedicate the project. I want to say thank you for all of those who stood by me during the time it was difficult for us to make sure that we do this right. Today, in the history of District 13, I carry on development in the 38 different communities that make us District 13. And today, the bridge has been one of the bridges that today people can stay and see And shortly we'll start the entire bridge. I want to tell you thank you. And let me say to the people of District 13, all of them, Nigeria are contesting against me. Nothing they have done the past year in Nigeria. Today, the district begin from Summit community into the Gulf. I went from the Gulf all the way to Summit community. I touched the life of people. I gave him 60,000 people today in the district. Today, bridge have been manifested here that we can see, touch, and discuss about it. Today, the bridge, the senator Sir Joseph gave 50,000 to as a own contribution. The president also helped with 50,000 as a own contribution. FPRC and Marie also gave 70,000, and then I gave 100,000. And then we have somebody that come and gave also a company that also gave 60,000. The total amount of money spent $30,000 that was spent on the bridge. And today we are about to be able to dedicate 3 bridges. I'm about to say today to dedicate 3 bridges in District 13. The Summit Bridge, which have been computers by me. Chocolate Center Bridge, La Link District 2 and District 13, which have been computers by me. And today the bridge of Julie Bryan have been computers. So I want to tell the people of New Georgia Junction, New Georgia SP, I want to tell all the 38 community who have been there with me, they say a very big thank you. Let's God bless all as we come today to take the occasion.
Meanwhile, also speaking at the ceremony, the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change Mobile Model, who appreciated Representative Edward Fall, that's Flomo, for always having the district at heart, added that with confidence the district will re-elect their leader. He used the medium to announce the suspension of all leaders from their positions within the district who went against the rules and regulation of the party, and further asserted that the party will take further measures to ensure the well-being and safety of the party.
Thank you, tradition in this district, led by our campaign manager, led by a prolific development lawmaker, led by a man I respect, a man that I admire so much, Edward Papi Flomo. I've come to express the gratitude of the National Executive Committee of the Mandate Coalition for Democratic Change. All of you for running a successful campaign. You have demonstrated tolerance as a party. You have demonstrated discipline as a party. You are showing that you are the most peaceful and exceptional people in the Republic of Liberia. I have no doubt. On the 10th of October, traditions in district number 13, in all other districts, will vote for the ballot bank and will vote Father Green as the next lawmaker of district number 13. That's tradition in district number 13. Will vote Sir Joseph as the next senator of Montserrat County. I have no doubt. I'm assured and confident that traditions in district number 13 on the 10th of October, will run to the ballot bank and ensure that His Excellency George Manuel Weah will be elected as President of the Republic of Liberia in one round. I also give to deliver justice. CDC is a disciplined political institution. We are a party of law, not of men. So all leaders of the party and party members are under revolutionary mandate and under constitutional mandate to ensure that all the candidates of the party are elected, are voted for and elected.
Also speaking, the chairman of the J. Dabo Reeves Community Honest Mania extended thanks to the representative and promised to repeat him through the ballot box come October 10, 2023.
On behalf of the full community, chairman of J. Dabo Reeves Community, I stand here today to stand for the full community. So I say is stand. I in support of our honorable man who is Edward Papi Flomo, doing well for us here. We were to pay him, but we know how we're going to pay him through the ballot box. But nobody, all those that came here, the ballot I don't know how to name them, but they couldn't do for us. But he took up on the swamp and will continue to bless him and he will do it for us. I want to tell him thank you.
His Honest Mania, the chairman of the J. Dabo Reeves community, speaking on behalf of community leaders. CDC Montserrado County District 3 Representative Samuel Kofi Jones has concluded the distribution of health materials to several health facilities in the district. Making the distribution Thursday in the district, Kofi Jones disclosed that it was his own way of contributing to the health needs of the people of District 3 Montserrado County. According to him, his focus as a lawmaker, if elected in the pending October 10 elections, will include the education sector, the human capacity building of residents of District 3, something he said cannot be done in the absence of a strong health sector.
So, like I said, these are part of our campaign distribution. Something we will do bigger when we become your next representative. Some 2 weeks ago, I was dividing $1.3 million Liberian dollar worth of school materials to 12 graders, all in the district. Yesterday, we completed 39 high schools. So today, we began similarly with all of the clinics in our district. Every clinic will benefit from a consignment of our medical materials that were donated to us by our political godfather, Honorable Sir Joseph. So I am the district head at the representative candidate for CDC. I'm now doing these donations too.
Also speaking in separate remarks, representatives from the Viewer Health Facilities lauded Samuel Kofi Jones for his ongoing intervention in the health sector of the district and promised to work to ensure that he is elected comes October 10. According to them, Kofi is the first among the many candidates contesting for the district seat to contribute to the health needs of the citizens in District 3, Montserrado County.
I'm Errol John Efima from the One Faith Apostolic Church International around the Bala community. Firstly, I want to appreciate you. Thank you for your gesture. You know, people looking for people to serve them, but who don't want to be served. You know, and for what you told us a few days ago when you visited the church, we want to be grateful that you met up with a commitment to your able lieutenant that today the medical equipment are being delivered. May God add up to your blessing. Like I said the other day, that your desire is God that will prove for it. Amen. So on behalf of the community, I was representing the community leadership. But thank God today he's here. He's principal deputy to the chairleader of this community. So today I'm going to be part of this occasion and to also be the receiver of these items and then pass them over to Dr. Tony, who has served this community immensely. You know, especially when the motorball came into Liberia, Tony played a major role. That today the motorcycle accident has reduced. You know, Tony and Ray have already served this community when it comes to saving lives and property.
Well, folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Freedom Evening News Basket, a 45-minute production of all of the latest news about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the world. The time check is 26 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Let's acknowledge our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia, on tonight's edition of Freedom Evening News Basket.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime unfolded, don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, and I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Many thanks to Crown Stoppers Liberia, our partner and sponsor here on Freedom Evening News Basket. Through this development, the administration of the James N. Davis Hospital in Painesville have launched a passionate plea for 2 kids who were reportedly abandoned by their parents at the facility. Speaking to Freedom News at the hospital Thursday in Painesville, the supervisor of the Peace and Malnutrition Ward, Menivo Pennon, disclosed that the kids were abandoned by their parents for more than 7 years and the hospital has been taking care of their needs. She disclosed that there is not special budget allocated to the facility for such situation, but the hospital has been taking care of the children through the help of other well-meaning individuals.
Malnutrition war and also the abandoned children. This child, Emmanuel, he was seriously sick and they carried to ICU. By that time, he was 1 month old baby, and the mother went and left the child in the ICU and nobody to take care because of the patient condition. I don't know. So he left the child. He and the hospital team, the lady went first and the hospital went behind because the hospital told the lady that, oh, you stay here, let's give the child because the child neck and we're going to get neck problem. So that time he left. When he left, now the woman followed. So in that case, they brought the patient now to Peace Walk for management. And the patient came almost 7 years now in the New Emmanuel. The child was having fever, the child was sick, and he brought the child. But later, we don't know what happened, and he left the child, Yeah, because the child was having, the condition that the child had malfunction, not very sick thing. So maybe what that will make it wrong, maybe I speak to her, I don't know how it happened, and he just left because of the condition.
So the other one here too, what's his name?
Shogun Johnson.
Shogun. And for how long he been here also?
Shogun Johnson been here for 14 years now.
14?
Yes, and 14 years. And we fed them 3 times a day. They eating corn meal with milk, and we can take care of them. They're using pampers, they're using different soap.
And how are you getting all of those things?
They in JDJ Hospital, they have been providing for the children.
For his part, the administrator of the facility, Michelle Camo-Lauder, nurses assigned at the department for the care they continue to give the children, and stressed the need for assistance in providing for the abandoned kids at the facility. According to him, though the hospital does not have the capacity to continuously take care of the kids, but promised to ensure that the abandoned kids are given the needed care available.
We continue to get prepared for them, asking other people, philanthropy, to help us support them if they cannot take them away. But the preparation is always part of our plan that we must give them support, more care for them, treat them, and feed them. It have been like that for the past years that we just spoke to you about. So we always put them now in our plan that they are our responsibility since no one can come for them. Well, for that, I must appreciate the care providers, the nurses that are here. There have been no discrimination from giving care to the normal patients that we have here that are all correct in their structure. They give them the same care. In fact, I feel that the care they give them is little intense than the other patients that are normal. Have their parents close to them, their mothers are there, so the support come most to them because then they have nobody close to them. So I must appreciate those care providers. They are doing it with passion and with professionalism. First of all, thank you for coming. The situation is actually our challenge because we have had these abandoned kids for close to 14 years now. And we are responsible to care for them, feed them, and we have no relative to even identify with them. But of course, we have made some level of effort communicating with the Ministry of Health, department responsible for these kind of social conditions that is now referred to the Ministry of Gender. But there have been no other way out. So it is now like our own challenge that we are faced with when we continue to serve them. They were full, but one was adopted and one passed. So the two now have not been adopted. Probably it might be because of legal issues, and so the challenges involved into going through the processes have been something that have slowed down all of those philanthropists that have been interested into coming to support or in the process.
Well, at this juncture, let's now rejoin Anthony Phillips, this time for our regional developments.
A nursing assistant said to have injected Nigerian Afrobeat star Moba with drugs in the prime suspect in his death, police says. Moba died at the hospital last month in circumstances that were unclear. The 27-year-old death led to an outpouring of grief among his fans, who demanded a thorough investigation. On Friday, police said a nurse who treated Moba had allegedly injected him in a negligent way. The nurse is under arrest and has not yet commented. That's the foreign development.
Well, folks, on that note, that's how I'd like to draw down the curtains on tonight's edition of Freedom Evening News Basket. But just before we take leave of you, let's remind you of stories that made headlines on tonight's edition of the program. Supreme Court of Liberia clears National Elections Commission of violation of the new elections law following a Unity Party complaint of exceeding the stated 3,000 voters per precinct threshold at some voting precinct. Administration of James N. Davis Hospital in Painesville launches passionate plea for two kids reportedly abandoned by their parents at the facility. Ahead of the October 10 general and presidential elections, National Elections Commission urges registered political parties and candidates to deploy representatives at various facilities or polling places, as former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf underscores the critical role that peace played in Liberia's progress. In Away from Home, the BBC is quoting Nigerian police as saying that a nursing assistant said to have injected Nigerian Afrobeat star Moba with drug is the prime suspect in his death, according to the BBC. Thanks to you for your listening role. Thanks to our writers, reporters, editors, and contributors, and all those who helped in making tonight's edition of the news program a success. Anthony Phillips brought us the bulletin of news inclusive of our regional developments. Marlon Griffiths, Sarah Control, ably coordinated the sound aspect on tonight's edition of the program. Dual Kuzo brought us through our live Facebook feed. Well, on behalf of the entire team, many thanks to Crime Stoppers Liberia, who is our proud partner and sponsor. Radio Hard Work in Proper District, Grand Cape County, relayed our news program. My name is Hagar Gonda. I presented. Good night.